Hey, welcome back to the Master Key Challenge. My name is Shanika and I am host of this. What is the Master Key Challenge? It is a 31-day daily challenge in which you unlock a new door. And with unlocking a new door, you walk in and you are growing at exponential rates because you are learning, you are applying, and you are growing. So, the Master Key Challenge is here to help you unlock the door you're stuck behind and take your next step with clarity. 31 days, 31 doors, one master key. What is that master key? The master key is K, knowing what door you want to open, then entering that room, and then yielding to the moment. That is really important. And as you see here, we have this door with this beam in it. And whatever door you want it to be, it can be the door of freedom, the door of a new job, the door of a new business, the door of a new relationship. You want to know how to open it. And through this challenge, you will learn how. With that, welcome to day 11, you guys. Time is going by. As I'm looking at the calendar with each door that's upcoming, it's like we literally got less than 20 days left in this challenge. And it's been absolutely awesome. If you are new here, welcome. There are 10 more days that you can watch. The videos are short. Just look at the playlist on YouTube, wherever you're watching this from. Click on the playlist and you'll see all the videos. With that, today we start with a door that frees your voice. And I say your voice, I mean your real voice. When you use it, you have clarity, but when you don't, your silence becomes a cage. And I know this all too well. And what door are we opening today? The door of speaking up. Wow. I can say that there is so much evidence in my life of how not opening this door really held me back, holding myself back. I've learned that our voice have power, and when you don't use it, it's because you want to avoid conflict. You want things to be easy. You don't want to upset somebody else. And while you are a nice person to think about those people, what's happening to you when you're saying yes when you really mean no? When you're doing what you don't want to do? When you're overextending, knowing that your capacity is already limited? So, it's been my whole life of not speaking up. There are so many examples. And one that I do talk about, but not really that often, is that, as we're younger, we all have a plan, right? We have a plan that they say God laughs at, but we have a plan nonetheless. And my plan was wow, I'm going to build my career first and have kids in my 30s, then get swept away happily married, and just live the life that I saw in my dreams, right? Well, because I was a weekend person in my mind and how I felt and saw about myself, I never spoke up. So when the time came to have my first child, I didn't want to have kids yet, right? And let's be real. Let's be very, very candid and very honest because that's what's about opening this door, speaking up. It's about honesty. It's about standing firm in what you're saying. And it's important that you are okay with saying things that may not be comfortable outside of yourself. So, with my first child, I didn't want to have kids yet. I was not ready. I had my plan in place. But because I allowed what other people said to dictate what I did, because I believed what I was told, because I followed what I was told, right? And by, your partner, right? Is I I gave in and I did it. Now for a while I did have regrets. I did have resentment because I was like, I wasn't ready to be a mom yet. And it was something that I grappled with. And through my journey, it is really how I began to really understand that something is not quite right with how I interact with my kids sometimes. Sometimes I don't want to be bothered. And we as women, right, we are overextending a lot of time. We have a lot going on. But I know it's like I didn't just want to be bothered a lot of times. A lot. And I had to dig deep and really figure out what this was. And what it was that I've identified, it was resentment, it was regret, but not regret for my children, but it was just that I wasn't ready. But what I realized is that it had to happen that way because I wouldn't have had the urgency to change, to evolve, right? I'm not saying that's for everybody, but for me, the sense of urgency wasn't there had I not had my kids already. So that is when one of the moments I really struggled with to voice out loud was speaking up about being a mom first, right? Like I had a whole plan. So what is that and why is that? The thing is, when you don't speak up, someone else speaks for you. When you don't use the voice that you've been given, someone else speaks for you. They determine what you do. They really are guiding your life. If you can look at your life right now and think how much of that is actually you, how much of what you do, who you are, what you like, where you go is actually you. And how much of that is something that was told to you? How much of that is something that was already blueprinted, templated out for you? Use your voice. Let it out. Say it. While you may think that it may hurt somebody else, it may or may not, but it will sure hurt you if you don't. So let it out. Release that pressure of not speaking up. Because every time you don't use your voice to say what you mean what you say, you continue to dig the dagger deeper. You stay stuck behind that door. The door won't budge at all. While you pull on the door and you trying like, why the lock is not working? I'm putting the key in and it's not working. Well, every time you don't use your voice, the door looks bigger. It feels harder to open because it is. We have to get honest with ourselves to make sure what we're saying, is it what we feel? Is it important to us? Right? Like let it out. Let it out. Whatever it is for you, let it out. It may free somebody else. It's going to free you. I tell you that much. But let it out. So with that, the challenge for you today is speak up about something you normally shrink about. You see how when I first started my story about not wanting to have kids when I did, it was that moment of, oh, like that's kind of taboo to say out loud. But I have to use my voice so other women know it's okay to use their voice, right? That's what it's all about. So speak up once about something that you are usually shrinking about. The community prompt. What do you need to speak up about today? What is that for you? Post it in the day 11 door post in the group. What do you need to speak up about today? Because we all have something. It can be as small as what you didn't like yesterday, what you didn't like today, or saying yes to a project you know you can do, but you're afraid. Say yes. Say no. Do the thing. Do the hard things because we can do the hard things. And with that, tomorrow we unlock the key of, not the key, the door. Tomorrow we open the door of, is it standing firm? Let's just make sure. Tomorrow is day 12. Yes, the door of standing firm. That's going to be a good one. I know there's a lot of people out here who are people pleasers, right? You want to always feel accepted. You want to always make sure everybody else is okay. But it's time to open the door of standing firm. And before you go out throughout your day, throughout your night, whenever you watch this, remember one thing. Life is a hallway filled with doors. And with the right key, you can open the doors you want and close those that you do not. Keep opening doors so you move closer to the door you want to open. See you tomorrow for day 12. Bye.